Okay, I've been talking about optimally damped and over-damped arterial line waveform, so this one is going to be an under-damped arterial waveform. Again, I talk about all this and so much more in my ICU crash course, which is linked in my bio. Okay, in this under-damped waveform, you can see the square wave test. And if you don't know what a square wave test is, go back a couple videos. I talk about a square wave test and an optimally damped waveform and what you should see. And you need to know what your normal is before you can know what your abnormal is. And this one is definitely abnormal. So in the square wave test, you can see that there are about 3 oscillations here. So anytime you have greater than 2 oscillations, or the little bouncies, as I like to call them, your waveform is underdamped. A couple other things to note is that the peak, the top of this arterial line waveform, looks very whipped. It has a very peak, a very pointed top, as well as you see that there's 2 little dichrotic notches, or what appears to be 2 dichrotic notches, and you'd only want to see one of those. You don't want to see multiple of them. In an underdamped waveform, your systolic blood pressure is going to be overestimated and your diastolic blood pressure is going to be underestimated. Therefore, you're going to have a falsely high blood pressure reading. We don't like false readings, right? We want things to be accurate, because if they're not accurate, then we're potentially titrating our medications and drips off of an inaccurate blood pressure. In my next video, I'm going to talk about some things that can cause overdamped and underdamped waveforms, as well as how to troubleshoot all these things. So stay tuned for that. And check out the link in my bio for my ICU crash course if you're interested.